Hello my friends, how are you? I hope you are doing great. Welcome to another video. So in this video my friends we will be reviewing some Anki flashcard as usual. So let's jump into it my friend. A new strategy that I'll start incorporating into my Anki flashcard review, which is first uh, to have a good grasp of of how the word is pronounced before trying to incorporate or to embody the word in some sentences and to practice it through a role play scenario. Because what I have realized or recognized yesterday is that I have been mispronouncing a word which I think inadequate if I'm not mistaken all throughout my review wall. And until when I finish reviewing the word, when I recognize that I have been mispronouncing it. So my friends, now I'm opening two apps simultaneously, three apps actually, which is ChatGPT, Googlish, and Anki. If a person would ask me what is the only app that you can focus on them solely to learn languages, just these three ones. They really fit the bill. Regrettably or unfortunately, nowadays there is a lot of resources that enable people to learn languages effortlessly and smoothly, but I have noticed that people they keep jumping from one app into the other and they never stick to anyone, and they like that they fail. I would like from you, my friend, to pick just three apps that you find beneficial and valuable for learning a language. Stick to them and never change them. So now, my friend, let's jump into reviewing this Anki flashcard. So the first word that we will review, which is Startling. I will type the word in the search bar, Startling.
Americans. Yeah, there are several startling statements in.
Startling statements, Startling.
Rated by the U.S. government during World War II, and he has some startling observations.
Startling. So now, my friend, I think I have a good grasp of how the word startling is pronounced. I will evaluate or assess whether my pronunciation is accurate through this new feature that we have already covered the last video. Startling. Oh,
Startling.
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 Startling. Startling. Yeah, I don't know, my friend, why the score this time it is pretty weak. While I think the way I have pronounced it is similar to the way the coach is pronouncing the word.
Startling.
Startling. Yeah.
Startling.
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 Startling. Startling. Startling. Startling.
Startling.
Startling. Startling. Startling. Startling. Yeah, great, my friend. You know, it is not startling, but actually startling. Yeah, you know, my friend, pronunciation such a mouthful word, it require a lot of repetition, and with any skill or anything in life through repetition, you really master anything. Let's repeat. Startling. Oh my God. Startling. Oh, 99%. I'm very grateful. I'm very delighted. So now, my friend, let's jump into reviewing the word. Hello, teacher. How are you? I hope you are doing great. I would like to review the word startling. It means something that is shockingly surprising. For example, let's imagine that we have set uh, a surprise for our friend who has a birthday. So when he get into his house, he was startled because he noticed that we have set up the full birthday balloons. They were stick to the wall, and the decoration, everything was set properly before he came. So he was literally startled.
Your example is clear, but let's polish it a bit. Instead of sit a surprise, you'd say set up a surprise. Also, sick to the wall should be stuck to the wall. So a corrected version might go, when he entered his house, he was startled because he noticed we had set up the whole birthday surprise, balloons stuck to the wall, decorations in place, everything was ready before he came. Now, since you used startled correctly, let me give you two synonyms. Shocked and stunned. One related idiom could be caught off guard, meaning surprised unexpectedly.
Thank you very much, teacher. Now let's jump into another roleplay scenario that will enable me to practice the word startled naturally.
All right, in this scenario, you're a visitor at an art gallery, and I'll be the gallery guide. Your goal is to give me your honest reaction to one of the artworks, using startled naturally. Ready when you are. What do
I'm
you think
ready.
about this piece here?
You know, this piece it is really beautiful. And when I stand in front of it, I was literally startled because I have never seen such this piece, similar to this piece. And the patterns and the drawings, they are really startling. And what I think what had made this piece of art stand out from the other is you need to keep staring at it for a long period in order to figure out the intention of the artist.
You did well using startled naturally, just a couple of tweaks. Such this piece should be anything like this piece, and what had made should be what makes. Now my character might ask, what exactly startled you the most? The colors, the shapes, or the overall emotion it gave you?
What had startled me the most is the overall emotion it gave me, as I have already told you, the pattern and really this painting or this piece of art I have never seen like it in any exhibition. So for that reason, I was really startled when I saw it the first time.
That was clear. Just watch out for repeating phrases. Instead of saying, as I have already told you, you can simply emphasize what was unique. Also, I have never seen like it should be I've never seen anything like it. So, what emotion do you think the artist wanted to convey that startled you so much?
I think as this picture it involves a sinking boat, the emotion that the artist he wants to convey or exhibit or display through this piece of art that had made me really startled is the feelings of sorrowness and extreme sadness and hopelessness because we see that a ship surrounded with ferocious waves. I don't know, teacher, whether I've used here the word ferocious waves correctly to mean very high waves that keep hitting the ship from all the sides. And if we put ourselves in the shoes of the people in this aboard this ship, will feel a sense of hopelessness and the sense that will not survive because it will be miraculous if we land safely in the shore. So that's what had startled me the most in this picture.
You expressed your thoughts well. A couple of small corrections. Sorrowness should be sorrow, and aboard this ship is smoother than in this aboard. Also, high waves works better than high voice waves. Now I'll continue. It's fascinating how art can evoke such deep emotions. If you were the artist, what would you add to the scene to make the emotion even more striking?
That is a very interesting question. I think what would have made this bit of art much more startling and appealing for visitors is I would have added a person who is screaming at the top of his lungs, or some people here. I would picture some people here praying for the help of God. This would have made the picture much more startling.
Great job. Just a small note. Would have added fits better than would have add. Also, much more startling and appealing are well used. So, let's keep going. If this painting startled you so much, would you say it changed the way you feel about the sea or storms?
Yes, really, as this picture has startled me so much, I would think that picture had really switched my perception of the sea and the ocean. It is unpredictable, and while traveling through a boat or through an airplane, it is not guaranteed that we will land safely.
Nicely put. One tweak. Instead of it really switched, say it really shifted my perception. Also, you could say whether traveling by boat or plane, safe arrival isn't guaranteed. Now, if you had to describe this startling
No, teacher,
experience,
actually, thank you very much. I think we can jump into another word because now I have really wrapped my head around the word startling to mean shockingly surprising.
that sounds great. I'm glad you feel comfortable with it. Whenever you're ready, let you know the next word you'd like to explore, and we'll dive right into it.
Okay, my friend, I have just finished reviewing the word startling, and here we have an image of a person who is startled or surprised or shocked because he had been exposed to something that scared him. Now, here is some sentences and the word for the word startling. My friend, all you can do is just pause the video, go through these sentences and example to strengthen or enhance your understanding of this word. Okay, my friends, now let's jump into another word, which is frugally. I think it is very easy to pronounce this word, but uh, despite that, uh, we can open the app and make sure that I'm pronouncing the word accurately. Frugally.
800 because I have lived very frugally and worked on that, and there is no way in the world.
Frugally.
Some of the ways that people are living frugally.
Okay. Frugally. Yeah.
Frugally.
Frugally. My friend, I have already told you beforehand that the word frugally it is really easy to pronounce it because I have get 98% to my score at the first attempt. Okay, teacher, now let's switch the gears into another word, which is frugally. That means uh, living in a way that enable us to save money, which means that we will invest our money only on the essential things. And now let's jump into crafting some sentences using the word frugally. For example, the majority of people they would like to save money for rainy days, but they are not living frugally. Another sentence using the word frugally. For example, I can say that people they put a blind eye on living frugally, but unfortunately that which lead them to live from paycheck into another, or even to get a mortgage from the bank, which exacerbates their life. What do you think about my use of the word exacerbate to mean make their life much more worse than it is? So it is really essential to live frugally, and some of the things that will enable us or allow us to live frugally is to track our expenses. For example, whenever we purchase something, we can jot it in a paper or in a notebook, and by recording all the things that we purchase, we can reflect on all those things by the end of the month, and then we will be startled and astonished because we'll realize that uh, a huge chunk of the things that we purchase every month are useless and they are just a waste of time. And like that, we will start stripping away some things gradually, and like that, we will live frugally. What do you think, teacher, about the sentences that I have crafted using the word frugally? Correct them, then we can jump into a role play scenario to practice the word further.
You've done a solid job. Let's refine a few spots. Brand eye should be keen eye. Also, which exacerbate their life should be which exacerbates their situation. And whatever we purchase should be whenever we purchase. So, a smoothed example. Many people aim to live frugally, but end up living paycheck to paycheck. Tracking expenses, jotting down purchases, can startle us by month's end, revealing how much is wasted. Now, ready to jump into that role play scenario? Let's set the scene.
Yeah, I'm ready to jump, teacher, to a role play scenario. Please set the scene.
All right. Imagine you're planning a trip with a friend, and you want to convince them that traveling frugally will not only save money, but also enhance the adventure. I'll play your friend, a bit skeptical about cutting costs. So, how would you pitch your frugal travel plan to me?
Okay, now teacher, you can step into your role and you can step into your role and let's get the conversation rolling.
All right, I'm your friend here. Hey, I'm excited about this trip, but I'm not sure about this whole frugal idea. Why do you think we should cut corners on this adventure?
Yeah, I think cutting corners or cutting costs it will enable us to stay longer in this place because if we don't adopt a frugal, if we don't if we don't pass this trip frugally, we'll end up staying in this place for just 2 days. And I think the hotel that you have suggested is very expensive and it will really prevent us from enjoying the trip further because the majority of people who stay on this lavish, luxurious, expensive hotel they prefer to just to stay on them all throughout the day. So living frugally it will help us to stay longer in this trip and also which will contribute to better enjoyment.
You made some strong points. Just a few minor corrections. Pass this trip frugally should be approach this trip frugally. And on them all throughout the day should be in them all day. So I'll respond. All right, I see your point. If we live frugally, what's one fun but inexpensive thing you'd plan to make the most of the trip?
Yes, in order to live frugally, we need to make sure that we need to be really selective on choosing the restaurant in where we're gonna eat because we can't do that by just searching on them on Google Map and wading through the reviews and like that. I'm sure that we will stumble upon a restaurant that is providing tasteful food and well seasoned food and also have a good they are following good hygiene and like that we will approach this trip frugally.
Great thinking. Just a small refinement. Wading through the reviews fits better than waiting. And we will approach should be we can approach. Now I'll respond. That sounds doable. All right, you've convinced me. Let's find those hidden gems and make this frugal adventure memorable.
Great, I'm very delighted because I have been able to persuade you into accepting this frugal approach.
You did a fantastic job persuading me. You used the word naturally, and your argument flowed well. If you ever want to try a different scenario or tackle a new word, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, my friend, now I have just finished practicing the word frugally to mean cutting costs and not and purchasing just the essential things, which will help us to save money for rainy days or save money that we can then invest into other things that will generate money in turn. And my friend, I would like just to share with you an information that startled me and that startled me when I first read it is that one of the greatest books on how to make money, which is called the Millionaire Next Door. The first chapter it is titled Frugal. So my friend, the first thing that would like to mean high fortune or fulfill financial success, achieve financial success, it must be frugal. So here, my friends, we have an image that really the pictures the word frugal, where we have a person who is eating just healthy meals. And you know, my friend, when you gonna approach your life frugally, you realize that all you are purchasing or will meal your diet will consist of just frugal with just healthy meals, and you're gonna adopt a good diet. And here, my friend, there is a notebook. As I have already told you, this person is tracking all his expenses to make sure that he is aware of all the things he's purchasing, and all these things, my friend, combine to each other to enable us to live a frugal life and save money for rainy day, and avoid living from paycheck into another. And here we have some sentences, some example in where the word frugally is incorporated. Okay, my friends, now let's jump into another word, which is longing. I will check the pronunciation of the word longing, and then we will jump into a role play scenario with my teacher. And this is the structure or the sequence that we'll stick to it whenever we are reviewing our Anki flashcard, and I'm sure it is the best one. Longing.
One of the hallmarks, I think, of Maggie Stiefvater's writing is her ability to write longing between characters. And
the listening they are longing for.
Longing for. Okay, my friend, now I will evaluate my pronunciation of the word longing. Longing.
Longing.
Longing. Longing. Longing.
Longing.
Longing. Longing.
Longing.
Longing.
Longing.
Longing. Longing. Yeah, longing.
Longing.
Longing. Longing. Yeah, great, my friend. Okay, now teacher, let's jump into another word, which is longing. The word longing, it means wanting something or craving something. For example, he longed for success. He longed for success that led him to stay late all the night working on acquiring skills. Another sentence using the word longing, for example, I can say that whenever I came back from a run, I longed for a cup of water to hydrate my body. To mean I crave or I want something intensely. Another sentence using the word longing. I think this is the only word I think the number of the sentences that I've provided to you is adequate for practicing the word longing. Longing. What do you think about my pronunciation of the word longing? And when you correct the mistake that I have committed while practicing the word longing, we can jump into a role play scenario.
Your pronunciation of longing was good. Just ensure you emphasize the first part, longing. Now for corrections, he longed for success is correct, but instead of stay late, it should be stayed up late. In your second sentence, a cup of water to hydrate my body is correct, but you might say to rehydrate for added clarity. Now that you've got the hang of it, I'm ready to set a new scenario. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready, teacher. Now let's jump into a roleplay scenario that will both enable me to practice speaking and to use the word longing.
Let's set the scene. You're catching up with an old friend. That's me, after years apart. We're reminiscing, and you're expressing what you've been longing for recently, whether it's a personal goal, a life change, or something else. I'll start. So, what's something you've really been longing for lately, now that we're talking about dreams?
Yeah, so lately I have been longing to acquire some new skills and improve myself and you know uh, create a good YouTube channel. That's what I have been longing for. So I've used here, teacher, the word longing to mean something that I wanted intensely.
Yes, you used it perfectly. You expressed what you intensely desire new skills and a YouTube channel. Now I'm curious, what's the first skill you've been longing to master for that channel?
You know, I've been longing to acquire numerous skills that will contribute to increasing the followers, but as I have just initiated this YouTube channel, I don't know, teacher, whether I've used your initiated correctly. I'm still trying firstly to to stick to the process of launching or uploading videos daily. Then after I'll build the habit of sharing or uploading videos daily. Then when I will try to fine tune gradually these videos by editing them, by making them much more, by condensing them and making them shorter. You know, teacher, can you provide me with another synonym of them to vary my vocabulary?
You're doing well. Instead of initiated, launched is a perfect fit. And for a synonym of them, when referring to your videos, you could say those or simply the content to keep it varied. Now, since you're longing to grow your channel, what's one topic you're most excited to share with your audience?
You know, I share multiple topics with my followers, but the topic that I'm longing to share with them is summaries of books. And I think this is not a topic, but actually a theme that my YouTube channel will involve. And what do you think about my use of a theme?
You're absolutely right. Theme fits perfectly here, since it's a broader focus for your channel. Your use of longing was also natural. You're expressing a strong desire to share book summaries. Now, if you had to choose one book you've been longing to summarize first, which would it be and why?
Okay, my friends, thank you very much. We have reached the end of this YouTube video. See you in another one.